morning. Hello. I am early. It is absolutely being it down with fat rain. It's like lazy rain. Do you know what I mean when I say fat rain? It's like it's not that driving, really needy kind of rain. It's like big fat ploppy drops of rain. It sounds really gross, doesn't it? But it's actually it's my favourite kind of rain. Oh, just an email to everyone live as well. That's always good. How is everybody? How is everybody? I am early. I'm 8 minutes early, but I've been down here for a while. I've just filmed my outfit of the day. I was convinced this was called Crayola dressing, but when I looked that up, all I got was images of adult Crayola costumes, and I was like, oh, maybe I made that one up then. So yeah, Caroline says splodgy rain. Happy Sunday. Yes, splodgy rain. It is fat rain. It's still very hot. We are currently 25 degrees in here, I think. Can't really see the thermometer. 23 degrees. That 3 was lying to me. There we go. Let's turn it around. So yes, monochromatic, apart from obviously the belt. It doesn't look quite so jarring in real life, but on camera these are looking very different colours. But I'm playing into my I like wearing dresses thing. So, yeah. Susan says, good evening, Shan and Peeps. Hello. Elena says, good day, lovely Shan and Peeps. Hello. Wandering Sorrow says, hello. I hope you are well. It's a beautiful day here in Prague. I am unpacking all of our moving boxes today. Good luck with that. Caroline says, according to the forecast, the rain due here about 2 p.m. 26 here at the moment. It's not quite. I had the fan on and the window open all last night, and it was just like. Elena says, your outfit is so pretty. Thank you. I've also got, in case I do get cold, and I did put it in the outfit of the day, I've got my Aya cardigan that Mum gave me, or Mum knit for me at my behest. Like I bought the wool. I mean, technically it's acrylic yarn. I just can't wear wool. It makes me itch. So yeah, this one. So it kind of goes much better with the skirt than it does with the t-shirt, but I still think it's like tonal enough that I'm going to get away with it. So yes, full-on shrimp cocktail outfit. Jane says, good morning, pleased to see the rain here too. 26.3 here at the moment, looking forward to cooler. Elena says, your outfit is so pretty, thank you. So it's a totally peachy day. Yes. Lottie's here. Hello, lovely. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Margaret says, happy Sunday. I was in London recently from Minnesota visiting daughter and husband. They took me to Liberty. Oh, what did you get? Or did you just stroke all the pretties? Catherine says, good morning. Elena, did you see my lookbook yet? Because I've asked you and Rachel a question in it, because I'm pretty convinced one of you guys gave me these buttons. And of course, I've taken the shirt up to the house. So how can I show you the buttons I'm talking about? Did you see it? Because I'm pretty sure it was you or Rachel that gave me those buttons. Oh, no. Don't press anything. Those buttons. They're so pretty. Oh, how is everybody? I have had 0 sleep, which is why I've even gone to the trouble of putting on makeup today, because I was looking very tired otherwise. Went and had my nails done yesterday. Went for a French manicure again, but this time just with gold on the tips. And they're the longest that I've had them for a very long time, because when I had them redone a couple of times ago, they cut them really short, which was really annoying. But I think I maybe have left them too long this time. But I can get them trimmed down next time. I'm going back in 2 weeks, so that'll be fine. Also had my eyelashes topped up, so they're looking very beautiful, which is nice. So yes, it is kind of Despite it raining, it's muggy in here. I left my fan up in the main house. Let's see. Elena says she was planning on having a marathon on Monday. Those buttons look like they're from Rachel. Ah, I know one of you have given them to me. So you both got a shout out in the, because I know I've got some other glass buttons from you, the black ones, which I'm thinking about putting on the suit. And as you'll see, I've changed up the cubbyhole behind me here. I've this is all now my silk du peony collection, of which I have many. And so I've moved everything over. This is still the Projects That Scare Me stash here, and this is the silk du peony that I got from Lady McElroy that I want to make the three-piece suit out of. Although I still can't decide if the three-piece suit is going to be trousers, jacket, and a waistcoat, or trousers, jacket, and a corset. It would be really nice if I had enough for all of those things. We shall see. Let's see, where does I get to with the chat? Catherine says, good morning. Vox is here. Hello, peeps. How is everyone? Very well, thank you. How are you? I have your fabric haul to look forward to later. I haven't watched it yet. I shall. Wondering Sarah says, you are wearing my favorite color. It's so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. It's one of my colors that are in my spring palette. And the last time I wore this t-shirt and that cardigan combo, I got so many compliments from you guys. So I was just like, separate challenge. Let's wear this skirt that I have never worn. And it's super fluffy because I've got a whole 3 meters of this fabric in here. And it's the tiered and gathered skirt. So like these panels behind here are gathered. And I think I should have tried to box pleat them, which I did with the one that I did in the cotton silk that I had from Spoonflower, the grey stress. But I don't mind, and it's super fluffy, and I kind of messed up with the calculations, and I've ended up with an extra large gathered bit back here, but it's kind of like the fantail skirt, so, you know, like it's giving a lot of extra fluff back there. I do love these t-shirts, but they do show every lump and bump, don't they? Never mind, we all have lumps and bumps, so me. How did I get to with the chat? Caroline says, that's the outfit I needed last weekend. Oh. What did you do last weekend? I remember you had to go out and buy something for it. You told me. And now I'm ringed in. Sue says, good morning all. Good morning. Lala Plusa says, morning all. I can just about do that. Elena says, they were wooden and deep blue. I did sew them on a green card, not to be lost. Are they wooden? I thought they were glass. You can see. Green card. Are they wooden? Oh, wow. Oh, they are. And you sewed those on. Thank you so much. They are kind of navy, aren't they, now that I'm holding up to next to navy? I was convinced they were glass and black in my head. See? Note at the top. Ooh, I don't know what I'm going to... Ooh, no, I was going to say I could put them on my hemispheric coat. But my hemispheric coat has a zip up the front. But I could put them on the sleeves as decoration, maybe. Or the cape. They could go either side of the cape. Oh. My giant button box. Although I'm thinking I need to organise that a little better, because at the moment I do have like everything in there, and it's all in its own baggies with the labels on it, how many each have I got left. So, you know, it's kind of organised. But I'm thinking, now that I've bought more boxes, because I have some empty boxes now, I was thinking maybe I should take out the self-covered buttons, because I've got my metal ones in a drawer, but unfortunately there's no room for the extra packets of the teeny tiny ones that I've bought from Prim. So, or maybe there is. Maybe if I put them in a baggie and then put them in that drawer. And then I've got my jeans buttons as well, which are also in a baggie. I'm thinking maybe they ought to have their own designated spot, because I've also got like a bunch of drawers over there that are empty, but they're not the easiest to get out. And they used to have my overlocker thread in, which is why I've moved my overlocker thread over there, because it just makes more sense. I can get to it more easily without having to like take everything apart and fight with the mannequins, and we all know how I feel about fighting with the mannequins. These mannequins should not move. So yeah. Why did I get to read that chat? April says, good morning from Central Massachusetts. Good morning. Maria says, hi, Kitten. Greetings from Sweden. Good morning. Sarah says, good morning. Nimoy says, hello, everyone. Hello. Elena says, memory is a funny thing. Yes, isn't it? I was convinced that they were black and glass, but they're navy and wooden, and they are gorgeous. Caroline says, my friends celebrate the end of summer party. We all had to wear orange. Ah, I would call this coral. I think my colour swatch book calls this coral as well. If I can find it. Found it. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, bright coral. That's definitely one of my colours. Although that cardigan is called Shrimp, and I have called the outfit on the outfit of the day Shrimp Cocktail. So keep seeing threads everywhere all over the floor. I have some new Patreon peeps to say hi to, and I've remembered because I have the list here. I have a lot of you. I have Robin Twerdock. Welcome. Thank you. That name feels familiar. I think you might have signed back up again, so thank you very much. Angela Moffat, again, another familiar name. Thank you. Beth Jarvis. Does ring bells as well, and then Vicky as well, and it's just Vicky. But thank you all 4 of you for signing up for the Patreon peeps. I hope you are enjoying the waffle over there. I managed to spell Carmen's name wrong on the scroll, they call it a ticker tape graphic on Final Cut Pro. And I was so careful because I have to type them out by hand. So I'd gone through and written them all down, and it auto-corrects things that it doesn't know. And so, yeah, it auto-corrected Carmen's name. I'm so sorry. I thought I'd caught them all, but I had missed one. So I've corrected it now for the next time that a Patreon peep vote gets credited. Yeah. Sarah said, I've read that one, haven't I? Let's see. Catherine says, so I've ordered some fabric to line it, more viscose poplin for the skirt and cotton jersey for the bodice, long sleeves to make the autumn-winter version of the taika. Nice. Did I miss the beginning of that conversation, though? I don't think I did, no. Nimoy says, I'm opting for lazing on the couch today. Worked 8 hours on an upset stomach, little sleep and little food yesterday. Feeling better today, but just still a bit exhausted. Oh, you poor thing. Hope you feel better, and thank you for joining us. Elena says, you definitely need more boxes for Christmas. Yes, although I'm not spending 60 quid on the WH Smith boxes. How much are the WH Smith boxes on the website? Because the guy did say to check the website and see if there was a better deal to be had on those boxes on the website. So let's do that. Let us have a look. Hello, WH Smith. Having a think. I shall accept the cookies. And I'm looking for box. Oh, pretty boxes, yes. This is what we want. Okay. So they've got the circular leafy box. It is buy one, get one free, which is the deal that they used to have in store. Do they have any of the stacking 3-in-1 boxes? Ooh, I don't know if you heard that, but Dad is sneezing in the main house. I heard that. That was loud. They only seem to have circular ones, and as pretty as the circular ones are, they aren't useful in this situation. No, only the circular ones. And it's only the circular ones that they've got on the website as well. They haven't even got any of the pretty ones in any other shape. Okay, good to know. Good good now. Let's see. Catherine says definitely coral, giving Lana Turner vibes. Nice. Erica says, hello, Shan and Peeps. Hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Very nice, thank you. How's yours? Conchetta's here. Hello, everyone. She says, hi there, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all well. Hello. Lollapalooza says, I channeled my inner Shan and made myself a new denim skirt, new look 64007, but added top stitching everywhere and ordered a bunch of rock band patches. Nice. Nice. Catherine says there was a link to the fabric. There was? There was a link? I just got a good morning. There was no link. Ooh. I have no link. Conchetta says, oh, Nimoy, I hope you're well soon. Caroline says, wait till the sales. Who could afford the regular price? Absolutely. Sorry, there was a letter missing. It was a, yeah. words are hard. They had stickers on 3 of the boxes that were the same style but different prints on them, which said that they were £12.49, which is why I went up with 2, because it was like, that's the only sticker, and the boxes that I picked had no sticker on them saying that they were another price. So it's just like, when he rang it up and he was like 60 quid, it was like, well, it's supposed to be 25. He's like, no. So yeah. Nimoy says, thank you to Conchetta. I must have eaten something wrong, but it's all calmed down now. Thankfully, you just don't back as easily after 40. Yeah. Caroline says, I have the boy trying to say hello. Hello, Kittenish. Have I said it right this time? I think I did. Hello, how are you? So yeah, it's been a really busy week down here. I feel like I've done loads, but I don't have anything really. I mean, I do have stuff to show you. I've got all my fiddly bits that I've been doing for my dress, which has been sat here for a very long time. So Catherine says, looks as though the links don't come up on the chat. Oh, maybe it's just like a kind of like a security thing, because you never know what people could put up. And yeah, but you could link to it in the Peeps in the Facebook group if that's not too much bother. We'll have a look at the fabric then. Mim says, hello, Shan, how are you? Very well, thank you. How are you? Right, so I have the modesty placket done. I have the collar done. So last time I didn't put piping on the collar, and I kind of regretted it. So collar has piping. Here is the piping I made. I made a bunch of piping. I also made a bunch of bias binding, which I have used to bind the edge of the outer skirt. So piping. I've got plenty more of this fabric. If I need more piping, you can see it there. One of these is better than the others. Yeah, this is a slightly less good one. That corner did not come out quite as perfect as I would have liked it to, but I have I have piped the edges of the sleeves. This one has come out much better in my opinion. So yes, and that was the first one I did, because of course it was. So I've got the sleeves done. I've still got my rouleau loop, because I need 5 more rouleau loops for the buttons that go down the center front. Somebody asked for a tutorial on how I space these and sew them in so that they don't wiggle all over the place. So that will be coming very soon when I get to that step. Let's not lose all of this. I have an extra little bit of fabric here for if I need to make more rouleau loops, so I'm just keep hanging on to that. Also got over there cut out a scrunchie and stuff, so I need to make those as well. And then I've got the skirt lining, which I finished the edges in the satin bias binding that I get from eBay, because I didn't want to run out of the fruity bias binding for the skirt because I want to hem the skirt with that bias binding, but I did finish the edge of the skirt with the bias binding as well, so I'm really pleased with how that's come out. And that's as far as I've got. I've got one more piece of interspacing to cut out for the back yoke. I cut all the interfacing out of the teeny tiny little bits of scraps of the interfacing that I had left before Susan very kindly sent me the next batch that she sent me. So I now have plenty of interfacing, so I shall get that cut out. Then I need to interface everything, pipe all the edges that I need to pipe, put the bodice together, put the sleeves on, put the skirt on, put the zip in, hem everything, finish everything. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Ellen says, good morning from Oslo. Good morning. Mim says, so nice that the live chat is today because I am in the boring hospital. Oh, that is boring. I hope you are okay. It's just a routine, whatever you are having done. You don't have to tell us, obviously. Catherine says, posting now. Let's have a look, Catherine. Because we all need to see fabric of goodness. Aha! Oh, it's an amazing. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's red and tropical. Oh, no, I love this one. So I absolutely love this print. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And what are you doing with it, Catherine? You did tell me. So I've ordered some fabric to line it, more viscose poplin for the skirt and cotton jersey for the bodice. Long sleeves to make the autumn winter version of the tie cut. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I love this print, but I don't actually, I think this is a cool color. I think that's why I haven't I mean, also I'm trying to be good and not order everything that I see that I like, but I actually do think it's a cool color. And it's really difficult to tell on screen, but I think it's like a winter, jewel toned winter color. Yeah, Catherine's saying she's a winter. That's what I was thinking. It's a jewel toned winter color. I think it's going to look amazing, but I've been good and not bought that one. Because I don't have enough fabric. Sarah says, is this the Vogue 9076? It is. Please don't be mad at me, but I am just making this one. I am not doing a sew along for it because it's been sat there so long. I got worried about it, and then that was preventing me from actually sewing the damn thing up. And it's been sat there so long, I started to get worried about pieces warping. So I've given myself permission to just make this one, and I've been doing it on my days off. But just make it, just sew it up, get it finished, hang it up, wear it, and refresh my mind on how it goes together and how because I've changed so much about it as well. I put a side zip in because I hated the front, all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just going to make this one up, and I will do a sew along for another one. And I was going to ask you guys which fabric you think I should use for that out of these. We can have a look at some in a minute. Let's see, where did I get to with it yet? Let's see. Elena says, what is the beautiful fabric in the preparation pile? This one here, isn't it stunning? So I think this actually might be a winter color as well, but I didn't let that stop me. I don't know, actually. I think it's a warm red. It's a warm red and ivory. We're classing this one as good for me. So this is from the Textile Centre. They are open again. Terrible, terrible news for my bank balance. Although this was $4.99 a meter with 20% off, and they have just 20% off everything. So I think I ordered 8 meters and it came out to like 35 quid, including postage. I'm going to be doing the 8177 with the long sleeves and midi kind of length, and I'm also going to be making a shirt out of this, the big bishopy sleeve shirt to go with the suit. I think it's the right red. Yeah, they go really well together. So that's what that one is for. But I've been toying around with an idea, because when am I not? This board is I've got this on Pinterest. It's not available for everyone to look at yet, but I was thinking about picking 20 items for January to sew and knit from my stash, and I've pinned that dress. And whilst that is floral in nature. I think they're little vines and leaves. And the 8177 took minimal amounts of fabric. What do we think? It's got the giant sleeves. It's got ruffles. I don't know what pattern I would use. Yes, I do. I would hack that shirt dress pattern I've done so long for. Which I'm going to have to go, I can't remember the number off the top of my head because I've made two. Mum has both of them because I made them in autumn colours. It's a Vogue pattern, but one of you shouting the name, here it is. 9077. So I'm doing the 9076, but yeah, so this obviously came out in the same pattern release. Oh, keep finding thread all over the floor. So hear me out. This one. Now, I'm saying this one because this detail is literally a style detail, so you could easily meld those pattern pieces back together. And you could put in a different style line down to the dart, make that a princess seam to put the ruffle in, and then obviously use the 9345 sleeves, but make them extra long because I think this has got some shirring around the cuffs. And again, I'm sure there are patterns out there that are like this already. I have a McCall's pattern, top pattern that has that ruffle on it, so I could steal a ruffle from that. But it's one of those things that it's like, again, I am trying to be sensible with money because this last year, with the ad apocalypse that's going on YouTube, has kicked my financial butt and has meant that I have not been able to do a bunch of things that I really wanted to do, like the Dressmaker's Ball, for example. And so I need to be more like, I can't, like this time last year, YouTube was just going up and it was amazing. And it was just like, this is actually going to be like a properly viable, like I could live by myself if I wanted to. I choose to live with mum and dad, and thank goodness I do, because this year it's definitely been needed. But last year, I could have moved out and have my own place, and it was definitely something I was thinking about, just to give mum and dad their spare room back so they could have visitors a lot easier than they do now, because we don't have anywhere for the visitors to sleep. When it's Mia, she sleeps in the office, which is okay, but like, you know, sort of like other visitors, not so great. Airbeds not for everybody kind of thing. So yeah, I'm trying to be more sensible with money because I want to build my savings back up. I mean, everybody took a financial hit over the last 3 years, I think, with like, you know, 2020 happening and those sorts of things, and then the events that I had planned and then had to be cancelled, and you know, like just a snowball effect of things that have happened. So whilst I used to be very kind of like prolific in my pattern buying, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to splurge in the Black Friday sale this year, because I didn't last year. I haven't bought any patterns from Something Delightful. Well, Something Delightful's no more, is it? It's now the stupid Simplicity site. I hate that website. Something Delightful is at least user-friendly. This one is just, the search options on it are terrible. I saw the two websites for them to pick. Like, yeah. Sarah's saying the 7977. I've got that pattern. I've tried it. I didn't like it. Let me grab it. Tops. Where are the tops? Tops. I know I have that pattern because I have tried that pattern. Here it is. I've got two of it. I haven't given up on this pattern either, because I have two fabrics in my stash that I want to make that pattern with. But yes, no, so the ruff, yes, this is the ruffle that I'm thinking of stealing, at least the pattern piece. So my long tangenty, like, waffle there about money saving was, and the whole kind of like patterns are expensive and they should work hard for us. I think And Bianca's right. Like, you know, she drafts hers from scratch. I'm still not 100% confident or happy in my block to do that. I think going straight into the Star Trek dress was a stupid idea, but never mind, I've done it. It's fine. But I know this one fits me really well. I'm really lucky in that the blocks that Vogue, Butterick and McCall's use fit me really, really well with minimal alterations. And I know that's not the case for everybody, but for me, it is. So when you take away like the bells and whistles from this one, this is a very basic shirt pattern. Like this detail here is gorgeous. I love it. I want to see if Mum will let me steal some fabric from her stash that I gave her years ago as a present, because it's got a border print on it. The trousers that I was wearing the other day, I really want to make this dress with that border print to utilize that stripe. But I did give Mum that fabric as a present, and I'm not sure how because she really loves it as well. But I keep forbidding her to let her cut into it, because I need to supervise the cutting of that one, because it needs to be, that border print needs to be taken advantage of. But yeah, when you take the bells and whistles out, if you put the darts the right way out, and you know, took away that detail, this is a very basic shirt dress and it fits me well already. So I think hacking it, and again, I've done the whole kind of like patterns are expensive, let's make them work hard for us. I think hacking it to, I don't think they're miles away from each other. I really don't. So yeah, I want to try that. And I didn't buy that fabric for that dress, but I pinned that dress and then saw that fabric and thought about that fabric for the 8177 with the long sleeves. I'm just like, that's amazing. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Where did I do the chat? I'm miles behind. I've been waffling a lot. Elena says, haven't caught up with everything, so no clues if you told us about that in plans. Yes, you'll be seeing this very soon. Catherine says, I have 6.5 meters tie-cut blouse dress with extra fluff. I am a winter. Yes, that fuchsia floral is beautiful, and I'm very pleased with myself for not buying it. Mim says, suspicion of epilepsy, another add-on to my multiple sclerosis. Ooh, love the fabric. Oh, well, I hope the appointment goes well for you, Mim. Box says, random, but I noticed in that my comment disappeared from your last video. Commented that Butterick 5951 is available on PDF on the Simplicity website since it's out of print, if the peeps want. I have not seen that. It's not even in, because I have a section of comments that get pre-approved. I have a section for comments that I have to approve, and then I have a section for comments that they're like, this might be offensive even for your eyes. Do you want to see this? And it's not in any of those, Vox. Sorry, but thank you for letting me know about the 5951. I've got 2 copies. I am going to be doing a giveaway. I'm so close to 30,000 subscribers. My goal for this year was 50,000. Well, to be fair, at the start of the year it was 100,000, because like I say, last year YouTube was just like, this is going so well. And you know I've not had the greatest year this year, but never mind. So I've put my goal for 50,000 subscribers, but we're nearly at 30, which is amazing. I'm so pleased. So thank you, and thank you to everyone that's been here for as long as you have been here as well. The new subscribers are lovely, but the ones that stick around and actually watch and interact with everything, you're the people that make this channel. So thank you very much. No, I haven't seen that comment, Vox. Would you, if you don't mind, would you mind making it again? Because I didn't not approve it, and it's not even in any of those filters that I told you about. No, it isn't, because I checked this morning, because I always check the ones that I have to like approve, because if you put in like a hashtag Sean made me do it or something like that, usually I have to approve those ones because they're slightly worried that it doesn't recognize it or something. So yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. Catherine says, I've also got 5 meters of cool purple cord away from Lady McElroy for a jacket and 2 skirts, long and knee-length Barclay. Oh. Oh. Catherine says, that goes beautifully with your top. Which one? A little bit behind. Mim says, that Pinterest dress is stunning. Yes. Sarah says, there's a McCall shirt pattern that would work. Yes. No, like I say, I've tried I've already made this one once and it was not a success. I need to hack this one a bunch more, but I know exactly what you mean because I use this one as a basis for one of my Get Look for Less and was like, this is so much like a Zimmerman dress, which is what I was trying to hack it into, and it needs way more. So yeah. Oh, Catherine says the fabric behind me goes with my top. Yeah, it does. Let's see. Nimoy says that's a fun dress. It is, isn't it? Lollapalooza says, by the way, beautiful manicure. Thank you. I had them done yesterday. I'm so pleased because last time I had to cover them over when I got home because I hated them. They didn't have time to redo them for me. They were perfectly willing to do it. I was willing to pay because it was my fault. I should have said, like, after she did the first one, I should have said, no, I don't like it. But it was one of those ones where it's like, yeah, that's lovely, thank you, and then walked away. I was like, oh, I like it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these ones. I haven't had a French manicure for ages. And of course, I had to go for glittery gold because chain. Elena says, tell me why everywhere else is bearable prices on fabric except here. Our basic price is something you have in the UK. Our basic prices is what you have in the UK in Lady McElroy, and something special is like double that. Oof, ouch. I would imagine it's because it's all imported. Is there a local, oh, I've got a bump on my head. Is there a local cloth maker? Mind you, Lady McElroy gets printed in Italy. I know that. TA says, hello, long time watcher, first time saying hello, love your outfit. Thank you. Hopefully I am saying your name somewhat correctly. Sarah says 7977 found it. Lollapalooza says totally agree about the simplicity. It's like, yeah, hate it. Absolutely hate it. I'm guessing it's the more recent one and the one they spent more money on, but Something Delightful was not perfect in any way, shape or form, but it was a much easier user experience than the Simplicity one. It's just bad. It's bad, but I double checked the shipping and they still do free shipping on orders over $75. I think I said this last weekend as well, but I did double check to make sure that they were still doing the same offer, and they are. Worldwide shipping, if your order is over $75, will be free, and for the UK at least, if your order is under £113, you won't get charged import fees on it. So there is that. I have been, so like my waffle about not buying patterns, I am going to do a Black Friday order this year. I have a list of patterns that I have been adding to every time they put a new release out for one of the pattern companies, and I've been way more thoughtful about which ones I'm picking because I have so many already, and I've got like a bag of nearly 150 patterns, or 2 bags of 150 patterns that I need to put up for sale. My website, a few of you have noticed, has completely gone. The old website is done. The old email addresses are done as well. I have changed the email address on YouTube. If anyone wants to contact me, it's the personal email address for now. I really need to pull my finger out and work on this Squarespace website, but domain names, because I bought it from a different company, I need to transfer it over to this one, and that's going to cost money. And then my domain name, I've paid for it until 2024, so I'm trying to work out a way of just smooshing the two together, which I'm sure you do once you've done the website. It's just, I need to just launch the website with like a landing page and the retreat details on it, because I need to start putting the retreat details out there for people that want to book, because it is an expensive item and I need people to be able to plan for it. So yeah, fun times. Anyway, I'm rambling and waffling, agree. Lady Vega says, Adpocalypse, the advertiser's not using YouTube anymore, or are more people like me paying for YouTube Premium to skip ads? I still get paid if you pay for YouTube Premium, so don't worry about that. I do still get paid if you watch my videos. I do. So they break down my revenue into YouTube regular and YouTube Premium, and I do get a small amount of commission from YouTube Premium people watching my videos. But no, so there's been 3 adpocalypses. I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to be talking about this, but over the last sort of like 4 or 5 years, YouTube or Google as a bigger company have fluffed up a couple of times with the advertising where they've been placing adverts. So that's why the partner program is now more difficult to join. It used to be that you could sign up for a YouTube channel and you would just automatically be monetized from day dot. But now you have to hit like 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time to be enrolled into the partnership program. And that's because they were people making channels for hate speech and terrorism and stuff like that, and adverts for Coca-Cola, for example, were being placed in front of those channels, and the advertisers weren't happy. And then something else happened next time, and advertisers weren't happy. And then this time around, it's not actually YouTube itself that's the problem. Google have been placing premium ads on just like anything outside of YouTube, and advertisers have been tracking that, and they're not happy. They've been paying for premium placement for their adverts, and it's not been happening. So the advertising revenue budget has gone down massively because lots of companies are just like, well, you need to sort yourself out, and so that gets trickled down to us. But that's why everybody always advises anyone that does this kind of thing to have multiple revenue streams, and that's why I am so incredibly grateful for the Patreon peeps, because they are literally a lifeline at the moment. My CPM, so clicks per million, which is what I get paid for every 1,000 views I have on one of my videos, has been cut by 2/3. So it's going back up slowly now. I mean, it's also the summer. Summer is also not the historically best advertising revenue time of year. September, October, November, December, those are the better times. So it is going up, but it might just be going up because it's naturally the better time of year for advertisers who pay more for their adverts to be placed on videos. So yeah, it's it's been one of those things. Like, as I say, this is not a pity party, and I'm not trying to be like, give me money. Like, I not at all. This is my own stuff that I need to work on and plan better for future. But like, the roller coaster of events that have happened since 2020 have all kind of just had a knock-on effect, and it was already a teeny tiny business to start with. So yeah. It's fine. I have a roof over my head. I have food. I am perfectly fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. I have enough fabric to sew for years without having to buy new fabric, new lining fabrics. So, it's not the end of the world. Like, for me, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I thought I planned. I thought I'd saved. I thought I'd accounted for things, but there have been more things than I've accounted for. So it's my own fault. Having said all that, I am placing a Black Friday order for patterns, because I've got 2 years worth that I have a list that will get me over the $75 threshold without throwing in. I used to do this pretty much like twice a year, do a $75 order, and then just throw a bunch of patterns in that I'm like, I'm kind of about, but I needed to get over the 75 threshold to get the free shipping. But the last few times I've got to like $40 of patterns, or then $50 of patterns, and $60 of patterns. I've now got to $75 of patterns, so I will get free shipping without putting anything in that I'm not really excited about. And again, going through they're re-releasing so many patterns as well under new numbers and things like that. Totally get it. It's totally fine. Like, they've put the work in, and why not? But yeah, there's a bunch that I don't need because I have something very similar in my stash already. Let's see. Where did I get to? Dear chat. Conchetta says, remember, it's not a too much fabric problem. It's a too little storage problem. Yeah, if I tell Dad I'm taking over the shed next door, he might be upset. Nimue says, I think it's a good compromise to take basic patterns fit well, and then add the style lines that you want to them. You can do a lot even not starting from your block. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, Bianca herself does say, like, do you actually have a secret block in your stash that you've got without realizing it, because you've got like a really basic pattern that fits you well, and could you use that as your block or tweak it to be a block? So yeah, I genuinely don't think like taking something like this, which is a fairly simple shirt dress, and like smoosh them together and get this, because it's so pretty. So yeah. Where did I get to read this? Josephine says, hello. Conchetta says, in all seriousness, I'm totally with you when it comes to setting a fabric and patterns. To me, my to-be-made pile is getting out of control. Yeah. Catherine says, the fabric behind you. Yes, it does look nice with this top. Niway says, I noticed on the YouTube app, if you're typing a comment and it jumps onto the next video, it misplaces the comment. to that video. Happened to me between two of Shan's videos, but yours might be anywhere, Vox. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that, but no, I didn't delete it and it just hasn't turned up. I'm so sorry. Catherine says, does anyone else have a cat who will curl up next to a dirty washing pile? Yes, because it smells of you. Gianna loves my dirty my dirty laundry bag. She's permanently trying to get into it. I have to actually keep her out of it. Fox says, I will comment again. Thank you so much. Elena says, local is in the more costly category and I hate their prints. Yeah, she's no good. She's no good. Elena says, Google Mary Mako and Finaliation and you will understand. Let's Google. Can we Google? Can we spell? That's the other question. Mary Mako and is that two companies or is it one? No, I put an extra A in. Listen. Oh, yeah, they're very big and blocky, and I don't dislike them, but I wouldn't wear them. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, they're pretty, but like I wouldn't want to wear them. But that's just my aesthetic. And I'm guessing you got a similar one. Nimoy says, the retreat is firmly penciled into my budget. Awesome. Jojo says, hello all, happy Sunday. Hope you're all well on this first Sunday of the football season. Go Patriots. Lol. Conchetta says, question if I may. Please don't answer if you can't. If we skip the ads, does that have a negative impact on you? Do you still get watching credit if I rewatch videos? Okay, so my understanding, and again, I am no expert, clearly, but my understanding is that it is my job to provide content that you want to watch. It's YouTube's job to have a place for me to put that content for you to watch. And it's the advertisers' jobs and to attract advertisers too. And it's the advertisers' job to make an interesting advert to be placed on my content based on the demographic of people who watch my content and the demographic of the people that the advertiser has decided they want to target. It's their job to make an interesting advert for you guys to want to either watch all the way through or watch it all. Mum used to watch all of my adverts completely all the way through until she got given like a 20-minute sleep app one from Stephen Fry. She's like, I love his voice, but I'm not watching 20 minutes or listening to 20 minutes of Stephen Fry just to watch your video. So my understanding is that I get paid for every 1,000 people that watch. Clicks per million is CPM, which is my revenue rate that I get for people watching my videos. I'm assuming not everybody watches all the adverts all the way through. So that's my understanding of it. I get credit every time one person watches. What affects the algorithm in respects to it recommending my videos to other people is retention and interaction. So if you click on a video of mine and watch like 20 seconds of it and then click off, the algorithm goes, ooh, well, they didn't like that. Let's not recommend any more of her videos because no. But if you watch one of my videos and watch it all the way through to the end, which is why I've stopped putting end credits in, and it's why I've started putting the Patreon who voted names at the beginning or in the middle of a video rather than in the scroll at the end. I love the scroll at the end, but you know, the Star Wars scroll, you know, the credits, or the beginning, the long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I've stopped putting that at the end with the Patreon peeps names in it because only the Patreon peeps are going to watch through that to see their name come up, and like everybody else is going to click off, which means the retention rate on the video goes down. Even if it's only by 40 seconds, it still affects it. So it's one of those things where, and it's not just obviously for my channels, for everybody's channels, but if you click on a video and you decide it's not for you, that's totally fine. But it does make the algorithm go, maybe I won't recommend those again. And if you click on a video, watch all the way through, you thumbs it up and you leave a comment, the video's like, wow, or the algorithm is like, wow, that person loved that video. They really interacted with it. They were engaged. They weren't just having it on in the background. You know, there's a thumbs up, even a thumbs down, and the negative comments. But yeah, there's a thumbs up and a comment. Brilliant. Let's recommend more. There was a video, I think Daniel Schaffer did a short the other day, and he was just like, do you know what? Do you know what I do? I include errors in my video. He's like, I know what the algorithm wants. The algorithm wants interaction. So I include specifically, like he's a videographer. So for example, he had one where he was screwing a wheel onto a skateboard. And when he started the shot, the image on the wheel was one way. And when he finished the shot, the image was reversed, and he clearly shot it twice. And so that it was like, oh, people were commenting on his video to point out his mistakes. They were like, oh, brilliant video, but you know, when you did that skateboard wheel shot, it went on one way and came off the other way. It was wrong. And he was just like, and you've commented, because the algorithm was just like, ooh, look at all these people commenting on this video. Well, yay. And it's like one of those things when you see people leaving hate comments or like, oh god, I don't like this, I'm going to leave comments. Sure, fine, okay, it's not the nicest thing to read, but it's still interaction, and the algorithm doesn't care that it's a negative or a positive comment. It's still a comment, it's still an interaction. So it's just like, let me show you more. If you really don't like something, like, click off it immediately. Don't interact with it. Don't even give it a thumbs down, because again, interaction. And you'll get shown less of that thing. That's theoretically my understanding of how the algorithm works, though. So again, I am no expert, clearly. I've been doing this, for 6 years now, and just about to hit 30,000 subscribers. And there's other people that have been doing it for less time who've like skyrocketed over 1 million. I don't want to make content that I don't love, though, because if it became a grind, like I was talking about Mr. Beast either last week or the week before, but if it became a grind of spoofing the algorithm, of like finding out how the algorithm works and then just making content to feed the algorithm, I think there's a controversy last week where Jacksepticeye had said he doesn't like Mr. Beast, and he thinks he's the worst thing that's happened to YouTube, because he's doing exactly that. He's worked out how the algorithm works and he's making content for that. I mean, he's making amazing content in that, you know, he's helping charities, the amount of money he spends on it and all those kind of things. But it's the copycats is what I think Jacksepticeye was kind of getting at, is that it's becoming this amalgamation of like everyone's editing like Mr. Beast because that's the one to beat, that's the one to like emulate, and it's just becoming this like giant like mush of the same thing over and over again. So yeah, it's one of those things, like I can't in any way be like influence you to be like, you have to do the thing, or like everyone click on every ad and things like that, because that will, if there's inorganic interaction with my videos with the adverts, then they flag that and they will ban my AdSense account, which means I can never have an AdSense account again, which would be awful. So that I can't like influence you in any way to be like, go do this thing because this is how I make money. I can't directly say that to anyone, but that's why you have the calls to action in YouTube videos that everybody does. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like and comment, because it's interaction that the algorithm is like, yay, I'll show this to more people. And then advertisers are like, oh, loads of people are watching this content, let me put adverts in front of this content. So yeah, but again, no expert, so yeah. Let's see. Nimoy says, new merchandise idea, smoosh it, fudge it, don't fluff it up. Yeah, smoosh it, fudge it, don't fluff up. Yeah, definitely. I need to sit down and like go through merchandise again and get that up and running again, because yeah, I'm just not very good at this side of things. But I will, I'll get there, it'll be fine. Lisa says, hi Sean, hope you're well. We're having lovely weather here in Devon. Nice. I don't know if you can hear it, but we have fat rain. But I do like fat rain, and it's still warm. This is my favorite kind of rain. Elena says they're two different companies. Ellen Fostoy says, I'm soon moving, commuting to London, and my landlady will loan me her banana. Isn't that sweet? So I'm filling my suitcase with projects I've cut out instead of finished clothes. That's so cool and such an amazing idea. Elena says, and every country has own adverts. I can imagine. Sarah says, I've heard somewhere you only really get money if a viewer watches the full ad, no money if they skip an ad. Is that true? I have no idea, in all honesty. But like I say, I can't artificially influence you to do anything. As I say, it's my job to provide the content for YouTube to put the advert in front of, for the advertisers to make an interesting advert or an interesting project, and then market it to the correct people, the correct demographic. So don't do anything different in your ad watching practices. Like, just don't, because yeah, I don't want to lose my AdSense account. Vee Gracer says, hi Peeps, hope you're having a good week. I'm exhausted and probably won't last the whole live stream, but oh, nice to see you, and I hope you have a good sleep. Sarah says, also, does rewatching videos make a difference? Yes, like more eyes on the videos. Like my NCW videos is the most watched one on my channel. It's got 88,000 views, and it's just a perennial kind of one in the background that's making me teeny tiny little bits of money all the time. That's why they think the sew-alongs don't do well initially, but they do well over the long term, because they're just like evergreen content that you can go back to time and time again. And that's also why I started doing the mini tutorials. So I can only place mid-roll ads on anything over 8 minutes, but the mini tutorials were such a good idea, because people tend to watch the whole of it and they don't have to scrub through a video to find the little bit that they want in one of the longer form ones. So yeah, but yeah, every time you watch is good. It's good. Gin and Pin says, afternoon Peeps, I'm late because I was flown over by the red arrows on the Tyne Bridge. It's really hot today. I'm exhausted just standing watching the rain. Oh, how fun though. Conchetta says, so when I rewatch, I'll be sure to comment again. Yeah, that's why I also say, like, have yourselves like a little emoji. Mine's the blue hearts. And just leave a little emoji comment on videos when you watch them. And the thumbs up and the little comment, honestly, it's so good for any of the channels that you like and follow. Even if you've got, that's why, as I say, every video you watch, most people have a call to action of like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment. That's why I ask questions, because it's like I want to obviously know what you guys think about the things that I'm making, but then also interaction, algorithm, like appease the algorithm gods. The trouble is, they changed what the algorithm, well, I mean, the algorithm is like ever evolving in and of itself. So it's trying to keep up with the new trends. Yes. Vee Gracer says, so now would be a good time to comment that when I was my name pop up in a Patreon scroll, I was surprised because I forgot you did the scroll. Well, the close version of my name anyway. Did I get it wrong? I'm so sorry. Saw my name refer to the previous comment on exhaustion plus fat fingers failing to make words properly. Words are hard. It's okay. Words are hard. Yes. Yeah. And I'm, like I say, I've been trying to work a way of putting the Patreon peeps names into a video without making it so super jarring, or like I say, putting it on at the end, which is what I usually would do, because obviously it affects the retention rates of the video. So I quite like that long scroll, you know, scroll going into Marvel. I quite like that ticker tape one at the bottom of the screen. I've seen like Nerdforge and Evan and Caitlin have like giant ones where everything goes so quickly because they have so many patrons. Nice problems to have. But again, they put theirs in the middle because of the same reason. You want to kind of like keep it snappy, and you don't want people, I mean, trailing off at the end, like not watching the last 40 seconds is not the end of the world. It's the ones that click on, watch 10 seconds, go, you know, and go away. That's kind of like where the retention rates fluctuate. But yeah. Let's see. Teresa says, hi Sean, gorgeous outfit today. May I ask, is it a sweater dress? 2 pieces. Love that color. I am in the middle of my separates challenge. So it is a skirt, t-shirt, and matching cardigan. I am shrimp cocktail. So I did do an outfit of the day short for this one, and all of the details for the outfit are listed in there. And because I've done that before I put this one up, all of the details of my outfit are listed in the description down below of this live hangout already. I haven't got to go back and do it later, but I do have to go back and sort the adverts out, because when I leave Google or YouTube to its own devices for the adverts for the hangouts, if it's over 30 minutes, they put like 50 million adverts in that are 2 minutes apart. And it's just like, people are like, I don't want to watch this. So I kind of scrub through and take a bunch out and put them in every half hour, because I feel that's reasonable. Gig Racer says, so I read that one. Julie Elizabeth says, good morning. Mountains on fire here in Virginia. Nothing unusual, happens every year, just need more rain. I mean, I'm glad that it's a regular occurrence, but still, like, mountains on fire. Okay. Gin and Pin says, my view of the red arrows on my IG stories. I didn't get a photo of Mo Farah passing in his last race, unfortunately. Oh, I have. Let's see if I can find it now. Okay. So I went to an event. Gosh, good like 14, 15 years ago. Let's see if I can find it. Is it this year? Is it this year? It's not that one. This one? Yes. So I went to an event. There we go. It was for charity. It was a charity dinner and boxing match. Not the best photo ever. But that's me and the current Red Arrows team. And I asked that guy out and he said yes. And then he moved to Australia. Yeah, I'm him. But yes, they were Red Arrows. I don't think he moved to Australia because I asked him out. Where did I get to? Catherine says, request, if you do merch on mugs, can you give the option for China mugs, not just the cheap crockery ones? If that's an option that they will allow me, yes, 100%. Elena says, admin work sucks. Yes, it does. Sue Hall says, I've been looking up at my window thinking it's raining. We have sun at the moment. Oh, nice. Jojo says, Sean, you need a personal assistant the same way I need an editor. I want an editor as well. Oh my goodness, can you imagine the amount of content you guys would get if I had an editor? If I could afford an editor, I wouldn't have to do it myself. And I could just make things and film it and then give it to someone else. Oh, I love that idea. Yes. So this is why I need to win the lottery, because I would still do this, but I would hire a personal assistant and an editor. And it'd be really interesting to see if the channel grew, because obviously I wouldn't like announce that I'd won the lottery, because that would just get like a false influx of people just being like watching. Yeah. But it would be interesting to see if that approach to this channel would increase it as well, because obviously there are very specific styles of editing. And yeah, I don't know, it could be interesting, but yeah. Auntie Ola says, I'm really interested to hear about the algorithm. I'm not a fan of online commenting, so please accept my first ever YouTube comment, though I've only just been able to get it to work, in fairness. Yeah, it depends what device you watch on as well, because a lot of people nowadays will stick it up on the TV. Dad watches so much YouTube on the TV. Like, he's really into boat building at the moment, and it's difficult on those ones to like, comment and subscribe. It's really difficult to do it on the TV. So it really does depend. I mean, I watch mostly on my phone or my laptop. I very rarely watch YouTube on my TV. And if I do, then I make an effort to go back and comment on the video afterwards. But that's the thing, it is an effort to go and do that. But thank you very much for your first comment, Auntie Ola. Lisa says, sorry to be thick, but what does NCW mean? Sarah's answered, necessary clutch wallet. Good Gracer says, I'll be contributing to more views of the NCW again later in the year, as I'm finally going to tackle it. You can do it! You can do it! Lisa says, thanks, Sarah. Erica says, love the mini tutorials. Please keep them coming. I will. Ellen says, remember to like the stream. Yes, please. There's 100 of us and 47 likes. It does help, I promise. Darshana says, hey all, hope everyone's been well. Very well, thank you. How have you been? Good Gracer says to Gin and Pins, that sounds like an amazing day out. Love a good air show. Dasha says, ooh, loving the outfit. Thank you. So Felicia says, hi everyone, hope you're all well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Linda says, sat watching whilst waiting for a ferry from Uist to Harris. Lovely top, looks a great colour for you. Thank you. Yes, I think it is. Gig Racer says, you got such a dreamy expression talking about having an editor. Hope you're able to have one someday. It would be nice. Nimue says, I wouldn't announce it, but there would be signs, cue fabric avalanche, and Sean buying a new giant Victorian house and painting it very dark colours everywhere, and then having like an apothecary. Because can you imagine? I love IKEA, do not get me wrong. This is amazing. I love IKEA furniture. It's easy to get, it's easy to build, it's relatively well priced for what it is. Love it. Unlimited money and a carpenter. This would be like an apothecary, like with, you know, glass doors on it, and like, you know, the old pattern cabinets that they had for in department stores for Vogue patterns with the glass and shelves and drawers and stuff. Yes, yes. And there would be an automatic buttonholer, like an industrial buttonholer, and Mum would have. So I've already found the house I want. It's down the road from here. There's two next door to each other. One's for 925,000 with a swimming pool in the front garden, and the other one's 1,125,000. Has more land, room for a swimming pool. But both Victorian villas, gorgeous, just down the road from Mum and Dad. So Mum could keep this room, and she could have her Benina long arm quilter in here, which I know she would love. And then I would have a sewing room down the road. And yeah, it would be awesome. So yeah, there would be signs, and then there'd be like me going to Joel and Sons Fabrics and being like, oh yeah, I just picked up this £7,500 a meter black mesh, gonna make a dress out of it. I would never do that. I would be too terrified. I would buy it and just be like, you're not gonna touch this. And then if you did make anything out of it, can you imagine like the terrifyingness of wearing that anywhere? Like, so yeah, there would be signs. Darshana says, pretty sure if you won the lottery, we would be able to tell by the amount of fabric you would have to buy. Exactly, Nimue. The NCW is forever on my list too. Oh, you can do it. Honestly, they are really easy. They look amazing. And it's always really cool when you take one out and people are like, where'd you get that from? I made it. So yeah. Eleanor says, do you have any bored relatives who want to learn new things, thinking about editing? No. And I do not have the dad offered once, and I was like, I don't have the time to teach you the software. Yeah, I think it would be a slower process rather than a quicker process if Dad was my editor. My niece's ex-boyfriend offered, and it was what he did for a living, or one of the things that he did for a living. And he did do one of my videos, and I hated how it came out. So it's definitely a case of, not because it was bad, but it was just his style. And it was definitely a case of like, you need to find, like, this is the thing, I wouldn't even know how to find an editor. That's why you hire a personal assistant. Find me an editor. But yeah, it would be one of those cases where you have to find somebody that's a good match for you. So yeah. La, la, la. Karen says, hello, I'm watching on the iPad whilst I sew and it won't let me comment. Hope you are all well. Oh, that sucks. Very well, Karen. Thank you very much for making the effort to comment as well. TA says, I watched on the TV, hence first comment today, but have now figured out how to like. Awesome. Liking is very good. Thank you. Catherine says, I watch on my computer while sewing, ironing, etc. Nice. Milady says, hello, hope everything will be great with you. Very, and you too. Darshana says, COVID here, new version of COVID really sucks big time. People who get COVID and hardly suffer are so lucky. Oh, you poor thing. I hope you feel better soon. Nimue says, I'm off for lunch, but we'll be back later if you guys are still here. Possibly. I have been waffling for an hour and 8 minutes and I have done 0 sewing. But to be fair, the first bit of sewing that I need to do is cut out some more interfacing and then go and iron on all the interfacing, which is a very antisocial thing to do when I'm hanging out with you guys. Karen says, koala emoji. Found my emoji. Yeah. That's what I love about the comment section, is like so many people have picked their emoji and they use it. Like Vox has the little kitty in the box. Dad has a sewing bee. It's just a bee, but he's like, no, it's a sewing bee. He's like, that's so cute. Mum's is camel, champagne, heart. So yeah, mine, like I said, mine are the little blue hearts. So I love the fact that Gig Racer says to Karen, hers is the carousel horse. So yeah, I love that people and it is, and do this for all of your YouTubers that you follow. If you've got nothing to say in the comment section, just leave them a little emoji, because it's interaction. So yeah. Eleanor says, by the way, check IKEA for pretty boxes. They had some flowery on the latest update. Ooh. I do need to go to IKEA because I need to get another CD tower. So nice. Johanna says, I often watch on the TV and often have the iPad open for comments. Ah, I like it. Sarah says, I have the stream on my TV, but also have the stream up on my phone so I can read the comments. Good. I like that as well. Yeah. Carol says, good morning from NYC with an apple emoji, which makes perfect sense. Gin and Pin says, why is nobody surprised there's been no sewing? I mean, we all know that I can waffle with the best of them. So yeah, nobody was surprised. Auntie Ola says, having, I think, mostly redeemed myself with my Horizon bag, I'll post in the Peeps when I have a photo. I need to get onto the NCW now, though I've been spoilt by the lavender and twine instructions. I know. Amazing, right? I was so lucky. I had Erica sat right here using this machine, making her Horizon, while I was on Mum's machine making mine at the same time. I didn't look at the instructions once. I was just like, Erica, what do I do now? And she's like, you do this. It's like, okay. That was a lot of fun. If you like Erica and her lavender and twine patterns, I have got an interview with Erica on my channel, talking about how she started it and why the name and those kinds of things. Good Gracer says, I often use that emoji if I'm busy with something else and can't leave a long comment. Yeah. Jojo says, no surprise that this is mine. It's the little battery. Little battery. Flat battery makes. Sue says, I'll be back. My computer needs to cool. No worries. I'm actually thinking that I might stop waffling at you guys a little early today. I mean, it's been an hour and 11 minutes and 32 seconds. But I have, like I say, I've got a lot of bits and pieces to do on this dress that are fairly antisocial, and I do want to get on with some sewing. I had yesterday completely off because I had a huge flare up, so spent most of it asleep in front of the fan, which was actually quite pleasant. I had my appointments to go and get my nails and my eyelashes done early in the morning, and came back and just died quietly and peacefully on my bed in front of the fan in the heat. And yeah, so I didn't get to any sewing yesterday. I did wear separates yesterday. I wore my Adrian blouse and my newly taken in denim skirt, so I need to do a 12 for that for the video. So far I've only missed one day of separates, and that was when I had a PJ day, and I was wearing separates, but I was wearing a t-shirt that Candy sent me and some ready to wear pajama bottoms from Next, because I thought they would be because they're kind of like a light floaty material made of polyester, so it was not pleasant, but they're so pretty and they feel silky, but they weren't pleasant. So that's the only day that I've missed, and I was wearing separates on that day. Right, so I have plans for this week. I'm going to be putting out my skirt alteration video. Not that I think anyone needs that video, but I think it might be interesting seeing the reasons behind what I did. Hopefully, I filmed everything anyway, so that will be going out. I want to get this red dress 8177 done, and also start the hacking for this one. I want to get the 9076 finished. I've got the shirt, the camisole, and then all of the muslins to do. I'm hoping to get some of this done this week and finished. I have plans for this one's video to be out on Friday, so that's what I'm aiming for. We shall see how that goes. Yes. Darshana says, oh, hope you're feeling better today. Yeah, the jogs are wearing off though. I'm starting to notice it. Trusting UK is here. Hello. Elena says, oh no, I had only done the dough. I only had the dough done. Need company for stuffing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Darshana says, don't forget to like the video, peeps. Yes. Gin and Pin says, I'm wearing my beach pajamas. Perfect for this hot weather. Yes. I tell you what, having my separates challenge now was supposed to be like make it easier and make me want to wear like my skirts and lightweight tops like this. But all I wanted to put on yesterday was like one of my lightweight dresses, that red one that I have with no waist cinching in it, because all beach pajamas would have been nice. But no, separates challenge. I can do it though. I have enough clothes. It'll be fine. So yes, that's the plan for the week. There will be more outfits of the day. Thank you to everybody that's commenting on those and liking those. That also helps. It's very much appreciated. And thank you for listening to me waffle today. And I will see you all for a live hangout next Sunday. And there will be 2 videos this week, hopefully Tuesday and Friday. That's the plan. And then, as I say, lots of outfits of the days. So I shall see you all very soon. Bye.